Smart eating for seniors, vegetables to choose and avoid. As we grow older, what we put on our plate matters more than ever. For older adults across the U.S., choosing the right foods isn't just about taste or convenience. It's about protecting heart health, maintaining steady energy, reducing inflammation, and strengthening the immune system. But one food group continues to create confusion for many: vegetables. While vegetables are generally considered healthy, not all of them are equally beneficial for seniors. In fact, some vegetables, depending on how they're prepared or consumed, may not be the best choice for aging bodies. They can affect blood sugar, digestion, or even interact with medications. On the other hand, there are vegetables packed with essential nutrients, fiber, and antioxidants that actively support healthy aging, and seniors should make them a regular part of their meals. This video from NutriHub Bliss takes a closer look at both sides: the 4 vegetables seniors may want to limit, and the 4 vegetables that can powerfully support senior wellness. Whether you're managing diabetes, high cholesterol, arthritis, or simply want to feel more energetic and mobile, this is valuable information you won't want to miss. We're not talking about strict diets or cutting out food groups, just smarter, age-appropriate vegetable choices that support your joints, brain, blood pressure, and overall well-being. Let's start with one vegetable to be cautious with: canned corn. It might seem harmless. After all, it shows up in classic casseroles, salads, and picnic dishes, but canned corn can be misleading. Unlike fresh corn, canned corn often contains added sugar and sodium, 2 ingredients that seniors should watch closely. It has a high glycemic index, which means it can cause rapid spikes in blood sugar, a concern for many older adults managing prediabetes, diabetes, or insulin resistance. The fiber in corn can also be harder to digest for seniors, contributing to bloating, gas, or constipation. Additionally, many canned vegetables come in containers lined with BPA, a chemical under investigation for potential effects on hormones and kidney health. This doesn't mean you have to give up corn entirely. It's about being informed and making choices that align with your body's changing needs. When it comes to vegetables, remember, it's not about eating more. It's about eating smarter. Let's talk about another issue with canned corn: the sodium. Just half a cup of canned corn can contain over 300 milligrams of sodium. That might not seem like much at first glance, but for older adults, especially those managing high blood pressure, heart conditions, or kidney concerns, this sodium load adds up quickly. Why does it matter? Because excess sodium can cause the body to retain water, which in turn can raise blood pressure and increase strain on the cardiovascular system. And for aging hearts, every beat truly matters. Take the story of Clementine Nash, a 72-year-old retired art teacher from Flagstaff, Arizona. For years, Clementine thought she was making a healthy switch by cutting back on fast food and relying more on convenient canned options, especially canned corn, which she added to soups, salads, and side dishes. But despite her efforts, she couldn't figure out why her blood pressure stayed high, why her ankles were frequently swollen, or why she felt an energy crash after lunch. During a routine nutrition check-in, her dietitian reviewed her food log and immediately pointed out the canned corn as a possible contributor. Clementine was surprised. After all, it's just a vegetable, right? But once she swapped it out for fresh steamed green beans and roasted zucchini, vegetables naturally lower in sodium and gentler on digestion, Clementine noticed real changes. Her blood pressure readings began to level out, the bloating eased, and without trying to diet, she lost 4 pounds in a month. Most importantly, she felt more energized and more in control of her meals. The second vegetable to watch out for: raw cruciferous vegetables. Now here's something that may surprise you. Certain cruciferous vegetables, though extremely nutritious, may not be ideal in their raw form, particularly for older adults. We're talking about raw broccoli, kale, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts. These are well known for their fiber, antioxidants, and cancer-fighting compounds. But when consumed raw and in large amounts, they can have some less than friendly effects on the thyroid and digestion, especially in seniors. Let's break down the science. Cruciferous veggies contain natural compounds known as goitrogens. These substances can interfere with thyroid function by blocking the body's ability to absorb iodine, a mineral essential for producing thyroid hormones. For younger individuals with a strong, responsive metabolism, this might not be a concern. But for many older adults, especially those with sluggish thyroids, slower metabolisms, or who are taking thyroid medication, a buildup of goitrogens from eating these veggies raw can add unnecessary stress to an already sensitive system. This may lead to symptoms like fatigue, unexplained weight gain, feeling cold easily, mood changes, and then there's the digestive factor. Raw cruciferous vegetables are packed with insoluble fiber and complex sugars like raffinose, both of which are harder to break down in aging digestive systems. This can lead to gas, bloating, and discomfort, especially when eaten frequently or in large portions. That doesn't mean seniors need to avoid cruciferous vegetables altogether, far from it. The key is to prepare them in a way that's easier on the body, such as steaming or roasting. Cooking helps reduce goitrogen levels and makes the fiber easier to digest, so you can still get the benefits, minus the drawbacks. Why raw cruciferous veggies can be a challenge for seniors. Raw cruciferous vegetables, like kale, broccoli, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts, may be packed with nutrients, but for many older adults, they come with digestive and metabolic challenges that often go unnoticed. One common issue is digestive discomfort. The combination of insoluble fiber and complex sugars like raffinose in these raw vegetables can lead to bloating, gas, and a feeling of fullness, symptoms many seniors already face due to slower digestion or gastrointestinal conditions. Cooking these vegetables helps break down these fibers and sugars, making them easier on the gut. But there's more. Some studies suggest that the goitrogens found in raw cruciferous vegetables may impair the body's ability to absorb calcium and iron, two minerals that are especially important for seniors. With age, bone density tends to decline, and iron absorption becomes more difficult, particularly for women over 60. So while a raw kale salad or green smoothie might seem like a healthy habit, consuming these foods too often, and in raw form, can have unintended consequences if not properly balanced. Take the case of Wallace Trentham, a 75-year-old jazz pianist from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Inspired by wellness blogs, he swapped his usual breakfast for daily smoothies made with raw kale and broccoli. But within 2 months, Wallace noticed his hands and feet were often cold, his energy dipped, and he struggled with mental fog. Initial thoughts pointed to normal aging, until a routine checkup revealed low thyroid hormone levels and early signs of iron deficiency. His doctor traced the issue back to the sudden, high intake of raw cruciferous vegetables. With a few changes, steaming his vegetables and incorporating iodine-rich foods like seaweed and eggs, Wallace's symptoms began to fade. His energy returned, and his blood work improved within weeks. Today, he still enjoys cruciferous vegetables, but always cooked and in moderation, as part of a balanced, senior-friendly diet. The third vegetable to watch, eggplant. Next on the list is a surprise for many, eggplant. This purple vegetable is often featured in dishes like eggplant parmesan or ratatouille, and it's beloved for its texture and flavor. But eggplant is part of the nightshade family, which includes tomatoes, bell peppers, and white potatoes. While perfectly healthy for most people, some older adults, especially those with arthritis, joint pain, or autoimmune issues, may find that eggplant worsens their symptoms. The reason lies in a naturally occurring compound called solanine, found in nightshades. In sensitive individuals, solanine may intensify inflammation, contributing to joint pain, stiffness, and swelling. particularly in the knees, hands, and lower back. Eggplant is often a key trigger because it's usually eaten with the skin on, where solanine levels are highest. Consider Ramona Delaney, a 70-year-old retired librarian from Providence, Rhode Island. Despite maintaining a healthy lifestyle, Ramona began noticing increased arthritis flare-ups, particularly after meals with grilled eggplant or baked vegetable lasagna. With the help of her doctor and a food journal, Ramona identified eggplant as a likely culprit. She decided to eliminate it for a month, and the results were impressive. Her morning stiffness eased. She regained joint mobility and even found sleeping easier due to reduced discomfort. It's not that eggplant is bad, but for older adults with inflammatory conditions, it may be worth limiting or monitoring closely, especially when symptoms seem unpredictable. The fourth vegetable to rethink: raw spinach. It may come as a shock to see spinach on this list. After all, it's considered a superfood. But for older adults, raw spinach can present a unique nutritional paradox. Spinach is rich in oxalates, compounds that can interfere with the body's ability to absorb calcium and iron, two minerals that are already harder to maintain as we age. Oxalates can also contribute to the formation of kidney stones, which become more common in later life, especially for those with a history of kidney issues. Additionally, spinach is high in vitamin K, which, while important for blood clotting, can interact with blood-thinning medications like warfarin. This doesn't mean spinach should be avoided entirely, but seniors taking medication need to maintain consistency in their intake to avoid fluctuations in dosage effectiveness. Cooking spinach, through steaming or sautéing, significantly reduces oxalate content, making it easier to absorb the minerals it contains. And balancing it with other low-oxalate vegetables helps keep meals safer and more effective for long-term health. Raw spinach, a leafy green with hidden risks for seniors. Spinach has long been celebrated as a symbol of strength and vitality, and with good reason. It's rich in essential nutrients, low in calories, and easy to add to meals. But for seniors, especially those taking certain medications or managing mineral deficiencies, raw spinach can become more of a risk than a reward. The concern lies in two naturally occurring compounds, oxalates and vitamin K1. Let's start with oxalates. These compounds can bind to calcium and iron in the digestive system, making it harder for your body to absorb them. This is particularly important for older adults, who are already at higher risk for osteoporosis and iron deficiency anemia. Over time, consistently eating high oxalate foods like raw spinach can contribute to weakened bones, fatigue, and even brittle nails or thinning hair. So while a green smoothie or raw spinach salad may seem like a smart choice, your body might not be getting the full benefit of those nutrients. And in some cases, they may be doing more harm than good. Then there's vitamin K1, which plays a crucial role in blood clotting. While it's an essential nutrient, it becomes a point of concern for seniors on blood-thinning medications like warfarin. That's because high intake of vitamin K can interfere with the drug's ability to do its job, potentially affecting blood clot regulation and INR levels, which are closely monitored in those with cardiovascular conditions or a history of stroke. This doesn't mean all seniors need to avoid spinach entirely, but for those on anticoagulants, it's vital to keep vitamin K intake consistent, and large, unpredictable servings of raw spinach can throw off this delicate balance. Take the case of Neville R. Byrne, a 79-year-old retired aircraft mechanic from Bakersfield, California. After years of stable INR readings on blood thinners, Neville's numbers suddenly began to fluctuate. His doctors initially suspected a medication issue, until they discovered that he'd recently started drinking daily green smoothies loaded with raw spinach, thanks to a health kick with his granddaughter. Once Neville removed raw spinach from his routine and switched to lightly sautéed spinach, his levels quickly stabilized. His energy improved, and his doctors were pleased. Cooked spinach, after all, not only reduces oxalates and vitamin K, but also makes its key nutrients easier to absorb. So, what's the takeaway? Raw spinach isn't a bad food, but for seniors, particularly those with heart conditions or bone health concerns, it's a food that requires awareness and balance. Sometimes even a so-called superfood can become a problem food when it's not matched to your body's needs. The best vegetable for seniors. Number 1, beets. Now let's talk about a true nutritional powerhouse for aging adults. Beets. This vibrant root vegetable is more than just colorful. It's packed with compounds that directly support circulation, blood pressure, and brain health, making it one of the most beneficial vegetables for seniors to enjoy regularly. Beets are especially rich in nitrates, which the body converts into nitric oxide, a molecule that helps relax and widen blood vessels. This can naturally support healthy blood pressure and improve oxygen delivery to the brain and muscles, something that becomes increasingly important with age. In fact, studies have shown that regular beet consumption may improve cognitive function, exercise endurance, and even heart health, all crucial areas for older adults striving to stay mobile, sharp, and independent. But the benefits don't stop there. Beets are also a great source of folate, which supports brain and nerve function, fiber, which promotes digestive health and blood sugar control, antioxidants, which help reduce inflammation and cellular aging. Whether enjoyed roasted, steamed, blended into smoothies in moderation, or sliced into salads, beets are a simple and delicious way to boost senior nutrition from the inside out. Beets, a circulation-boosting powerhouse for seniors. Whether they're roasted, steamed, or blended into a smoothie, beets are one of the most beneficial vegetables older adults can enjoy. Packed with nutrients that address common age-related issues like poor circulation, high blood pressure, cognitive slowdown, and chronic inflammation, beets truly stand out in a senior-friendly diet. So what makes beets so special? It starts with natural nitrates, compounds that convert into nitric oxide in the body. Nitric oxide relaxes and widens blood vessels, helping improve blood flow and lower blood pressure. As we age, arteries can become stiffer, and the heart must work harder. Beets help counter this by supporting vascular flexibility and easing the strain on the cardiovascular system. In fact, research has shown that regular consumption of beets or beet juice can lead to significant drops in systolic blood pressure, which may reduce the risk of stroke and heart disease. Beets also contain betalains and other antioxidants that help fight inflammation, one of the root causes behind joint pain, diabetes, heart conditions, and even memory decline. But the benefits extend beyond the heart. Beets promote brain health, especially by increasing blood flow to the frontal lobe, the area responsible for memory, decision-making, and focus. A study from Wake Forest University found that seniors who drank beet juice before exercising showed improved brain connectivity, highlighting its potential as a brain-friendly food. Consider the story of Everett "Bix" Callahan, an 82-year-old retired jazz record producer from Baton Rouge. After experiencing episodes of dizziness and forgetfulness, he was diagnosed with early-stage hypertension and signs of cognitive decline. Bix swapped his typical breakfast for a morning smoothie made with beets, ginger, lemon, and honey. Within weeks, he noticed improved energy and focus. 3 months later, his blood pressure had dropped, and his memory tests showed no further decline. Beets also offer another bonus: digestive support. With a healthy dose of fiber, they help promote regularity and feed good gut bacteria, which in turn supports immune function and nutrient absorption, key factors in maintaining wellness as we age. Bok choy, a gentle green for strong bones and a resilient immune system. While leafy greens like spinach and kale get most of the attention, bok choy may be one of the most underrated superfoods for seniors. Also known as Chinese cabbage, bok choy has a mild flavor, tender crisp texture, and can be easily added to soups, stir-fries, or steamed side dishes. But bok choy's true value lies in its impressive nutrient profile. It delivers calcium, magnesium, potassium, vitamin C, and vitamin K, all essential for bone strength, immune health, and cardiovascular support. For older adults, bone density loss is a real concern. Women post-menopause and men over 70 are particularly vulnerable to osteoporosis and fractures. Bok choy provides a highly absorbable form of calcium without the drawbacks of high oxalate greens like spinach. This means more of the calcium actually gets used by your bones. It also contains magnesium and vitamin K, which work alongside calcium to maintain strong bones and prevent it from accumulating in arteries, benefiting both the skeletal and cardiovascular systems. On top of that, bok choy is rich in vitamin C, which supports the immune system by boosting white blood cell production. For older adults whose immune defenses naturally weaken with age, this can be key to staying healthy year-round. Take Lenore Totower, a 76-year-old former music teacher from Spokane. After a wrist fracture and a warning from her doctor about low bone density, Lenore wanted a calcium source that wouldn't upset her stomach. She began adding bok choy to her soups, sautéing it with garlic, and steaming it as a side. Not only did she avoid digestive discomfort, but her next bone scan showed stable density, and she made it through the winter without a single cold. Green peas, a sweet, fiber-rich ally for digestion and blood sugar balance. Often overlooked in favor of flashier vegetables, green peas are one of the most valuable foods seniors can include in their diets. Naturally sweet, nutrient-dense, and incredibly versatile, peas provide a rare combination of fiber, plant-based protein, and blood sugar support. Fiber is one of the most under-consumed nutrients among older adults. A single cup of cooked green peas provides up to 7 to 9 grams of fiber, much more than most vegetables. This fiber supports digestive regularity, helps prevent constipation, and promotes the growth of healthy gut bacteria. But green peas go even further. Their combination of soluble and insoluble fiber, along with slow-digesting carbohydrates, helps stabilize blood sugar levels. That makes them a smart choice for seniors managing type 2 diabetes or insulin resistance. Peas are also a surprising source of plant-based protein, which is crucial for maintaining muscle mass and energy levels with age. Plus, they contain B vitamins, antioxidants, and phytonutrients that support heart health and inflammation control. Whether added to soups, tossed into grain bowls, or mashed into a savory spread, green peas are an easy and delicious way to support digestive, metabolic, and cardiovascular health, all in one small, sweet package. Green peas, the sweet, protein-packed powerhouse for digestion and blood sugar control. Often underestimated, green peas are one of the most well-rounded vegetables for older adults. Don't let their size fool you. These tiny green gems offer big health benefits, especially when it comes to digestive wellness, blood sugar stability, and muscle maintenance. Green peas are rich in soluble fiber, which slows digestion and allows carbohydrates to be absorbed gradually. This helps prevent sudden spikes in blood sugar, a major win for seniors managing type 2 diabetes, insulin resistance, or metabolic syndrome. The result? Sustained energy levels without the afternoon crash. At the same time, insoluble fiber in peas acts as a natural bulking agent, improving regularity and reducing the likelihood of constipation, which affects nearly half of adults over 65. Improved digestion means better nutrient absorption, less bloating, and overall comfort. But peas don't stop at fiber. They also contain around 8 grams of plant-based protein per cup, which makes them a fantastic addition for preserving muscle mass. This is especially important to combat sarcopenia, the age-related muscle loss that can lead to weakness, mobility issues, and loss of independence. Take the story of Fernald Fern Broderick, an 80-year-old retired park ranger in Helena, Montana. After a prediabetes diagnosis and recurring digestive discomfort, Fern wanted to improve his health without giving up his favorite meals. A nutritionist suggested simple swaps, starting with adding green peas to his diet several times a week. Fern mixed peas into omelets, stirred them into soups, and even made smooth purees for a quick snack. Within a month, he felt more energized, his digestion improved, and his blood sugar levels began to stabilize. He no longer needed over-the-counter remedies for regularity, and now calls peas his tiny green protectors. In addition to fiber and protein, green peas offer a host of nutrients, vitamin K, manganese, folate, and vitamin B1, that help support heart health, bone strength, and even cognitive function. Their antioxidants, including flavonoids and polyphenols, help reduce inflammation, a key factor in chronic diseases associated with aging. Swiss chard, a colorful green that detoxifies, boosts immunity, and protects eyes. Often overshadowed by more popular greens like spinach and kale, Swiss chard deserves center stage, especially for older adults. With its vibrant rainbow-colored stems and broad leafy greens, this vegetable is a nutrient-dense powerhouse that offers full-body support, from the liver and kidneys to the eyes, heart, and immune system. One of Swiss chard's standout features is its high content of vitamins A, C, and K, as well as essential minerals like magnesium, iron, and potassium. These nutrients are vital for older adults looking to maintain organ function, immune resilience, and healthy circulation. A unique compound found in Swiss chard is betalains, natural pigments with potent detoxifying and anti-inflammatory properties. These compounds help the liver break down and remove toxins more efficiently, which is especially beneficial for seniors, whose detox pathways may slow with age. Swiss chard also acts as a gentle diuretic, helping reduce water retention and supporting kidney health in a natural, non-disruptive way. Immune support is another area where Swiss chard shines. A single cup of cooked chard offers over 40% of the daily value of vitamin C, which is key for white blood cell function and protection against infections. Alongside vitamin C, Swiss chard also delivers zinc and immune-boosting flavonoids, fortifying the body's natural defenses. But perhaps one of the most underrated benefits of Swiss chard is its impact on eye health. As we age, the risk of macular degeneration and cataracts increases. Swiss chard provides vitamin A and lutein, nutrients known to protect vision by supporting the retina and filtering harmful blue light. Swiss chard isn't just good for you. It's also incredibly versatile. You can steam it, sauté it with garlic, add it to soups, or even use it as a wrap for a low-carb meal. Swiss chard, eye-protecting, immune-boosting, and gut-friendly. Swiss chard is rich in lutein and zeaxanthin, two powerful carotenoids that protect the retina from oxidative stress and help filter out harmful blue light. Including Swiss chard in your diet regularly can help slow age-related vision changes and support clearer, sharper eyesight well into your 70s and 80s. Take Loretta Mayfield, an 84-year-old retired postal worker from Savannah, Georgia. Over the years, Loretta noticed her eyesight becoming a bit blurrier, especially when reading, and she struggled with occasional digestion issues and frequent colds that took longer to recover from. While attending a senior wellness class at her local community center, she learned about the benefits of Swiss chard for eye health and detoxification. Skeptical but open-minded, Loretta started adding Swiss chard to her meals twice a week, once sautéed with garlic and lemon, and another time stirred into lentil soup. Within just 2 months, she noticed more regular digestion, fewer sniffles, and even felt her vision was less strained and more comfortable during long reading sessions. Her ophthalmologist later confirmed that her eye pressure was stable, and her primary doctor was pleased with improvements in her immune markers during her next checkup. For Loretta, those small changes made a big difference. Aging well? one smart choice at a time. As we grow older, every meal becomes more than just a routine. It becomes a powerful opportunity to protect our health, enhance our energy, and extend the quality of our lives. And among all the foods we can choose, vegetables remain one of the most potent tools for lifelong wellness. But here's the truth: not all vegetables serve seniors equally. While some veggies like canned corn, raw cruciferous vegetables, raw spinach, or eggplant can cause unexpected issues like blood sugar spikes, digestive discomfort, or medication interference, others offer exactly what aging bodies need. We've explored 4 standout vegetables that every older adult should welcome into their weekly meals. Beets, for better circulation and blood pressure support. Bok choy, for stronger bones and immune health. Green peas, for digestion, muscle preservation, and blood sugar balance. Swiss chard, for eye protection, detox support, and immune resilience. These vegetables are easy to prepare, affordable, and backed by science. Most importantly, they're small additions that can lead to big changes in how you feel. More energized, more focused, more comfortable in your body. And the best part? Healthy aging doesn't require drastic diets or complicated plans. It's about simple, intentional choices, like swapping canned vegetables for fresh ones, adding greens to your soup, or blending beets into your morning smoothie. At NutriHub Bliss, our mission is to help you not just live longer, but live better with clarity, strength, and purpose. If today's video inspired you, let us know in the comments. Which vegetable surprised you the most? Which one will you be adding to your meals this week? And don't forget, like this video. Share it with a friend or family member. Subscribe to NutriHub Bliss for more real-world tips on living well at every age. You're not alone on this journey. We're here with expert advice, encouraging stories, and practical steps to help you feel your best, one meal at a time.